Hello, every pony. Critical thought here. Uh, I wanted to talk about some of the recent events that have been going on in the state of the fandom. And this isn't going to be a big production. This isn't going to be animated. This isn't going to be scripted. This is just purely my own thoughts. And I was debating about whether I should talk about this, but due to recent events, I think that it's an important discussion to have, and I wanted to give my honest opinion on all of this, and I wanted to deliver another point of view that hasn't really been addressed, I think, because you have a lot of people on either, one extreme side or the other, and I think that, that's not the right way to be going about it. So, as you guys probably all know by now, and I have been painfully aware of this by all of the suggestions flooding my YouTube page for videos to watch for various brony YouTubers, who, it's funny because I'm on my gaming channel most of the time now, Mr. Mercy, and I don't even follow any bronies on there, and yet I've been getting these suggested videos for that. So, as many of you guys are aware, there was a recent scandal involving I Love Kim Possible a lot. Now, admittedly, I haven't heard the whole story regarding it, but I got the gist of it that she has overworked and demanded too much of her staff that she has for her videos. That's the basic gist of the story that I got. And I should disclose that I am a fan of KP, but I'm not such a die-hard fan that I will defend literally any action that she does. I am a casual fan of KP, but I felt I should disclose that. But, when I look at this thing, I see people on both sides. I see people on one side, defending KP to the death and completely excusing her of any, blame or any wrongdoing. And then you have the other side that treats her like she's a modern day Hitler for some reason, and that, she needs basically to die. And that's, I think both sides are wrong. Although, of course, if you guys know me enough, you'll know that I'm kind of like a radical pacifist. And I look at this situation and I'm bewildered that this is what the fandom has become. And, I've been in the fandom for going on, it must be, actually it's probably over 5 years at this point that I've been in this fandom. And I remember back in 2011, 2012, during the height of the brony fandom, where such a thing as, bronies attacking a fellow brony for something, that was unheard of. Nobody did that. And, I know this isn't the first scandal that has hit the brony community. I know there's the draw pony scandal, which I talked about, a bunch of other scandals in the past. But, it wasn't on this scale before, and it's been heartbreaking every time that I log into YouTube to do whatever on my gaming channel, and I just see video after video after video suggesting that I watch it regarding to, oh, we're exposing KP, KP is the worst reviewer, we all hate KP now. And it's like, is this the brony fandom? Is this what we've become, where we feel we have to drag an individual down because of things they've done? I thought that we were a community that was better than this. I thought we were a community that didn't hold grudges, that accepted people's flaws and forgave and forgot, and gave people second chances, and we were voted the best fandom by TV Guide for a reason. because we weren't just a bunch of people that watch a show. We were more. We were loving and caring and would give anybody that needed it a push in the right direction. And now look what we're doing. What are we doing? We are criticizing and belittling and attacking KP for mistakes that she's made. And, you know, I know that the whole thing of love and tolerance, it started out as a joke. It did. It started out as a joke on 4chan. But somewhere along the way, we did adopt that. As bronies, we did adopt love and tolerance. And, you know, I think it's been lost. I think that we no longer love and tolerate. And my theory is that, you know, yes, the hipster brony, a lot of the hipster bronies that joined did leave because the show got too mainstream and so many people liked it. But I think an even bigger culprit is the bullies. I think the bullies won. The bullies who hated this fandom and dragged it down and dragged its name through the mud. People got so sick of putting up with the hate from the bullies that they gave up on their values. They gave up on love and tolerance. They gave up on forgiveness. They gave up on all the things that made this community so positive and so great. They gave up on all of it to avoid further harassment for their show that they enjoy. And then it stopped being more than just a community based around a show. It stopped being more than that. And then it just became another, you know, fandom for a TV show. And it hasn't been the same since. Everybody is so judgmental and everybody's looking to point the finger at somebody else, you know, for something. I've been involved in my fair share of drama in this fandom as well. And, you know, it's heartbreaking to see that this is what the brony fandom has devolved into. We aren't the fandom that we used to be. And, you know, a lot of people are saying that some people I've seen who have watched KP's apology video, which I did watch. I didn't watch it all the way through, but I watched most of it. And some people are saying, well, your actions are going to speak louder than your words. We'll see if you improve. And yes, actions do speak louder than words, but words are not powerless. If somebody apologizes to you and tries to make a concerted effort to apologize to you, you shouldn't throw their apology back in their face and completely dismiss it. Because if you do that, then what are you expecting from that person? If what that person is doing makes you upset, and that person finds out that that's making you upset, and they try to change that and apologize, if you throw that back at them, then what do you really want from that person? You know, like, if you want them to change, but, you know, when they try to apologize and try to change, you throw it back in their face because you don't believe them, then what are you expecting from that person? And, you know, maybe people like KP won't change, or, you know, maybe they will. Who knows? But this is my problem with this whole situation, is that regardless of whether KP changes or not, if she improves the treatment of her staff or not, it's not your job to bring them down and make them suffer. Anybody like KP, whether you know, be another person in the fandom or really anybody else. If you see somebody doing something wrong, you are not supposed to be judge, jury, and executioner. That's not your job. You know, you can point it out, but doing everything you can to belittle them and make their dirty laundry all public and stuff, you know, that's not good. And I see all these, you know, brony YouTubers making all this like KP related drama stuff, and it's like, You know, why? Why do you feel like it's your job to, you know, knock these people down? It's not. What the community should be doing, and the way the community should have responded to this and literally every other scandal in this fandom, is if you notice a change, it's up to us bronies to help improve that. And by shouting and yelling and making accusations and being toxic, that's not gonna do that. And if you watch your KP's apology video, you can hear it. She's fighting back tears because a human being was not meant to be treated this way. This is not, you know, people think that, oh, well, it's just on the internet. No, it's not just on the internet. This is a real person you're sending these things to. And we need to stop with the bandwagoning of all this hatred. We need to stop making it the in thing to do to hate KP right now. That's not okay. And, you know, people don't realize what it's like to be on the receiving end of that. It's like they think that whatever they say is just tossed out into a void, and that, you know, nobody pays attention to it. But what if it was you? What if, you know, you, like KP, made some mistakes that you didn't realize you were making, and when people pointed it out, they kept attacking you and harassing you, and, you know, saying all these nasty things to you, and if you received hundreds and hundreds of, you know, comments like that, you know, how would you feel? Probably not very good. And you know, it's not okay to be treating KP the way we've been treating her. And I'm not just saying that because I like her content. I'm saying that because, you know, it's the right thing to do. And, you know, at the end of the day, we're all human. And we're all just trying to survive out there in this scary and topsy-turvy world. You know, and this is what I say all the time whenever I see something, you know, bad happen, or, you know, people get angry or upset at something. I'm like, in my eyes, there are no good or bad people. There are just bad situations. And we can take those bad situations and we can learn from them. But, you know, we shouldn't be, you know, fighting each other and trying to make each other feel terrible, because at the end of the day, there is one thing that we all want. We all want to be happy. And, you know, if somebody makes some mistakes like KP has, then that doesn't devalue her as a human being. And so don't lose sight of the humanity of others, because that's a dangerous and slippery slope you're heading down if you do that. And you know, I extend my sympathies to KP and to literally everybody who ever has or ever will be in a scandal in this fandom, because, you know, this isn't the fandom that it used to be, and it's become toxic, and it's become, you know, full of negativity, and this is not what we were. You know, I believe that we could be better, because we were better back, like, what, 4 years ago. And it again, it breaks my heart to see how KP has been treated, and to see how people in this fandom treat each other. It's terrible. So, as always, I'm Critical Thought, and I'll see you all in my next video. Please be good to each other.